Live Media. This right here is my reaction, quick reaction to Chris Hemsworth taking a break from acting, not only from doing Thor, but from acting altogether. Because he developed a disease or something like that that has something to do with Alzheimer's. Not to say he's getting Alzheimer's or something like that, but a disease that can lead to that. Where the doctor saw that when he went to go get a second checkup, that seems like it could be something that could lead to Alzheimer's. So he decided he's going to take a break from acting, which is a shame because Chris Hemsworth seems he's so young, only nothing but 39 years old when I looked it up. Very, very young. Also, as well, he just seemed like a good dude, good, genuine dude. Regardless, people thought about Thor: Love and Thunder. I didn't care for it that much myself. Thor: Love and Thunder, I didn't like it that much. But you know, for sure, like he seemed like somebody genuine, somebody that loves the fans. Truly, truly, just a good guy to work with. I never heard no actors in interviews anything that saying he was tough or hard to work with. Even in interviews, he's always so lovable, so fun. So it just messed up to see that man, he's not gonna be acting. He's gonna take a break, and it's messed up because of something like that. A disease like Alzheimer's. I know about that very well. My grandmother, who passed away, almost 10 years ago now, almost about 10 years ago now from Alzheimer's. So I know how much of a serious disease that really is. So it's messed up to see like he will no longer of course be acting with us right now because of course health comes for anything, health over wealth. So you got to take care of his health. Hopefully he can handle that and take care of that and stop that from getting into something like that from Alzheimer's. Because like I said, that's so young, so young and all that he's going to feel like something that's like that is developing right now with him. Hopefully he's able to handle it and take care of it now and everything like that. So you know, for sure, man. Hopefully he takes care of that and handle his business for sure. Like handle his health for sure. With that situation with his health, because like I said, he seems like just a genuine good dude and everything like that. Seems like he loves playing the character. He loves playing Thor, and he really does love the fans and cares about the fans and everything like that. So like hopefully, man, speedy recovery for him. Hopefully, his health gets in order, he gets straight and everything like that. But like I said, he has to take a break from acting. So which leads to me to this, about what they're gonna do with Thor and everything like that. I know everybody didn't like Thor: Love and Thunder or anything like that, which had nothing to do with Chris Hemsworth or anything like that. Just how it was written. So they went more the comedy route than the Thor Ragnarok. It was mixed with a little bit of comedy, but still had more seriousness, more action in it. That's why I always say Thor Ragnarok is probably the best one out of the whole series because had a little bit of comedy, but sprinkled into a lot of action as well. So, like I said, it seemed like with Thor Love and Thunder, they went more of the comedy route, more genuinely funny, which is kind of a lot of Phase 4 thing, which I talk about later on in the video, later on in my next video on this channel where I talk about everybody talking about their favorite movies of Phase 4 of Marvel. I'll talk about that more as well. Why? I feel like Marvel kind of went that route with a lot of their movies in this Phase 4 era. I guess because how big and how epic Infinity War and Endgame were so dark. They tried to make things more light and more funnier and all that with their movies. It's not a lot at stake or anything like that when they're in these Phase 4 movies. And Love and Thunder was kind of like that per se. So Love and Thunder wasn't quite that good. Probably one of the kind of weaker movies I saw this year as well, superhero wise, or just movies altogether. Definitely one of the weaker movies I saw this year was Thor: Love and Thunder. But like I said, what they're gonna do now with Thor. If you saw the end of Thor, of course, spoiler alert, because if you're watching my videos, you already know. You probably already seen Thor: Love and Thunder. But in the Thor: Love and Thunder, we see Hercules come, so he's supposed to be fighting Hercules and everything like that. So it did segue into another film or something like that where him and Hercules are supposed to fight. So what they gonna do about that now? I felt they should just recast. No, they didn't do a thing with T'Challa. They didn't want to recast T'Challa and everything like that. But I feel like them not doing that was really what hurt, Wakanda Forever. That's why a lot of people are saying, oh, the first one was better. Wakanda Forever wasn't all that good and everything like that. So I think that hurt Marvel by not recasting everything. I think understand what they were trying to do, and I like how they did the ending and all the setup. We will set up. Hopefully that we'll have like a Black Panther or something like that for the next time we do the movie. Next time they do a Black Panther movie and everything like that. But still, I'm like, yeah, it was just missing the T'Challa effect in Wakanda Forever. So I feel like for sure with Thor now, especially with Chris Hemsworth taking a break, I think Chris Hemsworth mind doing it. I feel like they should just recast or something like that, or do something where it comes like with a multiverse thing, because the multiverse exists now. So something with like a multiverse where it's like a new Thor or something like that. That way hopefully we can get that Hercules versus Thor battle, because I would love to see that on film and everything like that. Because they definitely got to redeem themselves after Thor: Love and Thunder, because that's probably one of the weaker ones of that whole series and everything like that. Even I think Thor: The Dark World was better than Love and Thunder. That's just my opinion. When I go back and look at Thor: The Dark World, Thor: The Dark World had its moments and all that. Wasn't that bad. It had its moments. I felt like Loki carried that movie a lot though. Tom Hiddleston's Loki carried that movie a lot. And Thor: The Dark World, but Dark World at least had its moments, had its kind of made it good and everything like that. And of course, that was one of our first images, of course, of the Guardians of the Galaxy in the end credit scene and everything like that. I mean, mid credit scene, I should say, with that. But yeah, like I feel like it got to redeem itself to that. So I feel like you just may just have to recast. I feel like that's the best way to do it, recast Thor or something like that. I know, and every maybe Chris Hemsworth. I think he definitely would be okay with that and everything like that with him taking time off. I feel like you definitely got to recast or somehow, somebody do a multiverse thing with Thor and everything like that and all that. Because they set up a lot of stuff, even the end credit scene with that and Thor: Love and Thunder. You saw Heimdall where he was at. He was there because of course everybody knows he died in Infinity War, but he's up in the heavens with Jane as well. So it's definitely for sure. Like I feel like you may just have to recast something like that or do like a multiverse thing with having Thor back in there and everything like that. So for sure that way I feel like they can continue on that series and we get that mashup between Thor and Hercules, which I can't wait to see and all that. So I feel like you definitely either recast or do something with the multiverse thing, have a different version of Thor in some kind of way. So I feel like it's the best two things you can do with that with recasting Thor. So when we're not we're having a new Thor and everything like that, replacing Chris Hemsworth. So I feel like that's the way you should go and everything like that. But with Chris Hemsworth was really with Chris Hemsworth taking the absence and everything like that. Now we pretty much have all the core, pretty much all the Avengers are pretty much I would say gone. The only person left is Hawkeye, but Hawkeye pretty much retired. If you watch the TV series, the Hawkeye TV series, he pretty much kind of retired and everything like that. So which if you haven't, please check out the Hawkeye series. It's actually a pretty good series. You do get Kingpin at the end of it. Hints up a lot of implications what's gonna happen with Daredevil coming and everything like that. Because of course we saw Daredevil and She-Hulk, but Hawkeye series wasn't really that bad. It was mid at best, but it wasn't terrible. It was mid. It wasn't like the worst Marvel Disney Plus show. It was just mid at best. It was mid. Almost been a year ago to the day when it debuted, but it was mid at best. It wasn't that terrible like that, but it was entertaining. Had its moments and everything like that. So we have pretty much me no core Avengers anymore, except for War Machine. He was never like a core Avengers member, something like that. But War Machine is getting his own movie that comes out. I forgot. I think it's either next year or year after next. One of them years. I've got so many Marvel stuff coming out, but War Machine is coming. That's it. That's the only person we'll have as part of like the beginning of the Avengers that's been with Marvel since day one with Don Cheadle's character as War Machine. Everybody else is pretty much, you might say, gone. Of course, Black Widow, of course, died. Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow, of course, died in Endgame. Of course, Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man died in Endgame as well. Then, of course, Chris Evans, pretty much his character in Captain America died and got old, as we clearly saw with Falcon Winter Soldier. He died on and everything like that. I forgot about Bruce Banner. We do have Bruce Banner's Hulk. I forgot Hulk is still there too. You got Hulk and War Machine are still there because we saw in She-Hulk he still is around and everything like that. But you saw She-Hulk, he does have a sun scar and everything like that. Everybody got on the design, how bad they made, of course, Scar look with the design and everything like that. That's a whole other topic and everything like that. But Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, he's still around, he still exists and everything like that. So hopefully get that Planet Hulk television movie kind of thing and everything like that. So he's still around. That's it. But for the most part, yeah, everybody else is gone. Everything like that with Chris Hemsworth taking his leave of absence from Hollywood and everything like that. Pretty much all the core Avengers members are gone. So we are only left with from the people from the beginning are War Machine and Hulk. That's it. So it's shaping up to really getting like a new Avengers, and they're pretty much hinting at a lot of young Avengers that we saw at the end of Black Panther 2, one kind of forever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Then we WandaVision, everything they had going on with that, and a couple other because I can't think about a lot of stuff. Then even Falcon Winter Soldier, you saw with the grandson and all that and everything. So it's a lot of hints that even with Ant Man and the Wasp with Ant Man's daughter. So we with that with Young Avengers. So we're getting a lot of hit and a lot of Young Avengers as well. But pretty soon, the next 2 or 3 years, it will be like around 2025. We really much will have like a whole new Avengers crew when the Avengers Secret War movies comes out. When the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars come out, we will have a brand new Avengers cast. Pretty much, it'll seem like. So even with Haley Steinfeld is her being like the Hawkeye and everything of the series. Hawkeye for like the Marvel, it seems like they're going with that, and also as well with Captain Marvel and the Marvelettes. If you saw, of course, the Miss Marvel TV series, of course, the Young Avenger with her herself. That was another good TV show. Little mid-level at best, but I still enjoyed it, was entertained by it with Miss Marvel. Another good show, but it was mid at best, but it was pretty much entertaining, a lot of fun. So I like Miss Marvel. I know everybody thought it was like maybe like a Disney Channel kind of thing or something like that. The first two episodes were kind of more like a Disney Channel like, but towards the end it got pretty good and all and everything. So I was enjoying, definitely entertained by that, you know. But like I said, man, if you like the content, please don't hesitate to like subscribe button to Slide Media. Like I said, but this is just my reaction to Chris Helmers taking his break from acting, and this is me, talking about where I think the Avengers should go, and talk about how new the Avengers definitely is gonna look. The whole Marvel face of Marvel is gonna look and everything like that. Once everything is all said and done, it seems like now we'll have a big new faces, new heads of Marvel, new faces of Marvel, new heads, new head honchos of the Avengers and everything like that. So definitely it's gonna be something real, different, and hopefully it's gonna be entertaining. I like it. Like I said, I know Phase 4 wasn't really the best when it came to Marvel movies, but I feel like Phase 4 was just more so. And I talk about more in my video reaction, my favorite Phase 4 stuff. But I feel like Phase 4 they just were kind of rebuilding mode, so they were just kind of putting stuff out, kept us entertained a little bit, just rebuilding. They were rebuilding what was finna come and what something was big. So they just had like stuff that weren't big at stake, stuff that kind of pretty much was there to entertain us. So that's what I feel like Phase 4 was about, just a rebuilding process. Every time you're doing a rebuild or something like that, not gonna be the best quality of stuff or anything you're putting out, because you're just rebuilding, building something bigger, something better. So most definitely, that's what I feel like Phase 4 was mostly about. But with the thing, with the situation, of course, of Chris Hemsworth, like I said, we're officially gonna get like probably like a big new bunch of new faces of Avengers, a lot of new faces and everything like that. So be a whole new different Marvel in the next 2 or 3 years. So I can't wait. I'm still excited about it. See in the back, I'm a Marvel fan, so regardless, I'm still gonna be excited and be happy. Like I always say, man, enjoy life, be safe. Y'all have a good night. This is Sly Media. Stay tuned for my next video when I talk about what my favorite Phase 4 movies and television shows were. Y'all have a good night. This is Sly Media. I'm out.